So I think we just go ahead and cast Behold the Unspeakable here. Puts us in a pretty good spot. Oh geez, yep, that proves how good this card is in this format. Hello Daily Drafters, today is Thursday, March 10th, and thanks for joining me for today's Daily Draft. As we hop into today's draft, thank you as always to those of you subscribers who are choosing to spend a part of your day here with me. Really appreciate you being subscribed to the channel, and for those of you that are not yet, would love to add you to the subscriber community if you wouldn't mind clicking that red subscribe button attached to this video. We go a long way in helping out the channel and helping out the future of the channel and growing us and getting to more people here. Here at Daily Draft, we draft once every weekday morning, and there's plenty of content for you to watch here on the channel. I mean, I think this is already our, I'm not even sure at this point, 19th, 20th, something, 20 plus drafts of the format so far, and it's been a good one, and we're going to keep on going with Eater of Virtue. 1 mana for an equipment that equips for 1, equip creature gets +2/+0, and then whenever that creature dies, whenever this equips something else, it gives keywords to those things. So we'll have to be looking out for keywords, and then this is a nombo with graveyard recursion. So you got to make sure you don't have too much graveyard recursion to go with this, but a great colorless way to start off the draft here. All right, and then we move on to not a lot of great things, to be honest. It goes well with Selfless Samurai. That is a good little combo here. I mean, it kind of can attack as a 4/2 lifelinker. None of the commons are good. Harmonious Emergence has overperformed for me so far, but hasn't been outstanding. Befriending the Moths is okay. Roaring Earth is pretty good. So we might want to consider taking Roaring Earth here. I think it's between the Samurai and Roaring Earth. I do like going big with late game green decks. So I think I'm going to lean on the side of Roaring Earth here. And then we see lots of good black. So there's Dockside Chef, Reckoner Raid, and Twisted Embrace, all of which I think are very good. I think I'd rather take those over Shigeki, even though we started green here. And I think I'd like to take Chef, because if we get a couple scavengers, this engine, some Undercity scavengers that tap to create a treasure, if you, if a creature's died this turn, and this engine plus that goes a long way in making like a recurable constant card draw. So we're going to be passing some black here, but I'm going to take this Dockside Chef and then see yet another one. But then there's a Tanuki and a Tales of Sashiro, both of which I would love to have. There's also a Containment Construct. I think I'm actually going to take the Containment Construct. If we can get the Dockside Chef going and the Containment Construct going and then get some cards like this, we can have a deck that will churn through itself and then be very, very good into the late game. There's also Sky Turtle here, but I think I'd rather lean on the side of Chef than Roaring Earth with this start. So I might just take this Uncharted Haven here. Unexciting, but these lands are also always good in this format. And I'm going to go ahead and take that. We're going to be on the lookout for a network terminal to make the construct work. We're going to be on the lookout for several Undercity scavengers and then just a bunch of big, fat green and black cards to close out the game. Besides Your Reach of Skyward would be great. Tanukis would be great. All that kind of stuff. Here, don't really like any of this. Tamio's Completion. We're not necessarily married to green. Don't care about Stalker. Ninja's Kunai's fine, whatever. Automated Artificer, not really for us. There's Specialist and Completion. I might just take Specialist here. And not really be too happy with any of that necessarily. Now we see Network Disruptor, which we could go into kind of a blue-black control shell kind of thing. Control value shell with Dockside Chef as well. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Network Disruptor. Then we see Protocol, Reckoner's Bargain, Return to Action. I guess we'll take Return to Action. don't think we need to consider moving into red for any of these cards, even the Voltage Surge. So we'll just stay black here with Return to Action, and had a decent little start there, but then things started to dry up pretty quickly for us. So we're going to need to find some power or some engine cards here. Would love to get Undercity Scavengers, and would love to get a Network Terminal for this deck. So Cyber Trespassers, best card in this pack is probably the Samurai, but I don't think we need to move into white. So let's take the Trespassers here as another blue card. Don't think we would play a second Return to Action, but I doubt we'd play any of these other cards either. So we'll just go ahead and take that to cut black. Don't think we'd play this either, but again, we'll go ahead and cut the black card here. Papercraft Decoy. Dismal Backwater will be a good pickup for us if we want to splash, or if we're just going blue-black, it adds good mana for us. So, nice little land pickup there. So, black didn't seem to be particularly open, but I do like this chef. Blue seems to be okay. Green doesn't seem to be very open either, so maybe like blue-red is what's open. So we can hedge our bets with some blue cards, maybe. Not really any of these. Put back Planar Incision, Artificer, and Lucky Offering. And what do we see? Hinata Dawn Crowned. Don't think we're going to be able to make that one work. So what else do we have? Skyblast Samurai, Virus Beetle, Moon Circuit Hacker. It's probably just the Virus Beetle, to be honest. Don't think we need to move into red for Simian Sling. There's an Iron Apprentice, but whatever. Harmonious Emergence is okay, not great. Don't think we need to move into white for these. So we'll just take this Virus Beetle and move on with our lives. Now we've got Gravelighter and another Virus Beetle. I think I'm just going to take the second Virus Beetle. This card's been very, very good. Every time it's cast against me, it's just been a problem. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Virus Beetle here. Can I interest you in a third Virus Beetle? I think I'm actually going to take the Network Disruptor over the third Beetle here. As much as I would even play a third Beetle. I think we'll just take the second Network Disruptor. Goes well with Specialist. And we're looking to have a couple more ninjutsu creatures maybe. So how many artifacts do we have for Automaton? We already have 7 artifacts. So I think Automaton in this deck is already going to be pretty good. So we can just take that here and be pretty happy about that. I think we're leaning blue-black, and I'd like to be a little bit more value-oriented than aggro. Sometimes the ninjutsu decks can be a little bit more aggro. So now we see Mnemonic Sphere, Searchlight Companion. That's pretty much it. Probably just take the Mnemonic Sphere here. Although this goes well with ninjutsu if we find some more ninjutsu creatures. Maybe that's the reason just to take the companion over the Mnemonic Sphere. We're not really going to miss a Mnemonic Sphere if we don't get access to one. So it's been kind of a theme in this week of drafts that these packs that we've seen in the drafts just haven't been very powerful. Like, look, the best card we've taken is Automaton or Roaring Earth or Dockside Chef, and none of those are really great cards, to be honest. Like, we haven't seen... Well, Eater of Virtue, I guess, is a powerful card, obviously. But we haven't seen good cards to push us into any other colors here. Any of those really, really good uncommon sagas that could push us into colors, we haven't seen any of that either. So we'll just take Silencer here. There's an argument to taking Infiltrator, and maybe that's just correct. But I'll take the Silencer because it's the uncommon. We could probably get access to an Infiltrator if we wanted it. Here's a Sky Swimmer Koi. We already have 2 Virus Beetles, so maybe a You Are Already Dead is actually pretty good, but I do want another threat. And especially a flying threat here with 9 artifacts in the deck. This could go a long way for us. Walking Skyscraper, Scoured Barrens for a splash, Thundersteel Colossus, Kami of Restless Shadows. Don't think we're going to be playing either of these 2 gold cards. How many ways do we have to equip things? Eater of Virtue. That's about it. It's the only way that we can get this to be any cheaper. We'll take it, but I don't know if we'll play it. Prototype Artificer. Shakedown. Guess we'll take the Artificer. Maybe a little ramp towards Skyscraper, but I doubt that's a package we're really going to want to run. We have not seen a single network terminal this entire draft yet for Containment Construct, so we don't like that. And we haven't seen a single Undercity Scavenger yet for Dockside Chef. I think we can take the Blade Blesser here. How many enchantments do we have? 2? That's not great. We could also just consider Jungle Hollow for a splash, but I want to stir up a creature here. I think Blue-Red's the deck at this table that's open, but we'll just go ahead and keep passing those signals. Take the land, give them all the non-black and blue cards. Guess we'll take Iron Apprentice, but not be happy about that either. It's another modified creature, I suppose, for Walking Skyscraper. The Sphere came back anyway, so that's pretty good. Short Circuit. And let's hope we open Junji. That's not it. Alright, so for blue-black, we have Nezumi Prowler, which is okay, not outstanding. Trespassers, another Uncharted Haven. Guess we're taking the Prowler here and not really being super happy with it. There's an Assassin's Ink and a Twisted Embrace, and there is a Scrounger, though. So, how much removal do we have already? None? So we might just be priced into taking one of these 2 here. I think we need to take the Embrace over the Assassin's Ink. Because I think the Skyscraper is going to be pretty good top end in this deck. And this is another way to modify a creature. Gives us another enchantment if we find Kami of Terrible Secrets or something like that. But we really, really have to hope we wheel this Scrounger here. Or at least find another one. Behold the unspeakable. Thank you very much. Finally got access to this card when I'm already in blue. This card is insane. It's the mythic rare uncommon of this set, among others. It's 5 mana. Creatures you don't control get -2, -0 till your next turn for chapter 1. Then you draw, or you scry 2, draw 2. Unless you only have 1 card in hand, then you draw 4. Then it turns into a flampling creature. Gets +1/+1 for each card in your hand. We are happy to scoop that one up here. What's our curve looking like? Lots of 2s. So we need a Scrounger and we need a Network Terminal. We have 5 more picks to see them. I'd like to get 2 Scroungers and 1 Network Terminal to round out this draft, if I could. But we have not seen access. We have not been given access to any of them. And here we will not either. So there's Kami War, but it's a little late to take that. We don't really have the fixing. Yeah, we don't really have the fixing for that right now. So there's Gravelighter and Thirst for Knowledge. I think I'm just going to take the Thirst for Knowledge. You know, we're a little bit more of a grindy late game deck. And Thirst is going to be pretty good in that style of deck. 4 more picks to find Network Terminal here. This won't be the one, but there is a Tameshi. Can we find a way to fit some white into this? Uncharted Haven could be a way. And we really, really need that Network Terminal. So this Moon Snare Specialist, But we really would like to get some white in here. Turn artifact or enchantment with mana value X to graveyard to the battlefield. Tameshi's really, really good, and I'd like to find a way to get that splash in here. Nope, 2 more picks for terminal. Guess we can take Crab here as more top end and early interaction if we need it. Network terminal, thank you so much. Why does it have to be in the same pack as Replication Specialist? We have 15 artifacts. This would be so good in our deck. But the fact that we just picked up Tameshi and we can get this containment construct thing going with this, I really, really would like a Replication Specialist. But we have to take the network terminal here. Ooh, Terrarium's a good way to help splash the Tameshi activation. So we'll take Terrarium. And do we see Scrounger? We do not. Maybe it's the next pack. Trespassers, I guess we can take another copy of Scrounger. Thank you so much. All right. Wow, lots of blue-black. Thirst for Knowledge, Completion. There's a lot of stuff here, but we need this Scrounger. Absolutely. Is Thundersteel Colossus worth it in this deck? I doubt it, but we'll see. Shrine Steward. Don't think any of those cards matter. Maybe we could play a Brute Suit. Might be worth it. With Double Disruptor, Iron Apprentice, Dockside Chef. Okay, so this will be an interesting deck build. We're not doing exactly what Blue-Black wants to do in this format, but we have some cards. That's for sure. We have some cards. Alright, so we got to get a Plains in here. And then we can go Terminal, Terrarium, Uncharted Haven, and Plains to splash the Tameshi activation. Let's get one of the Plains in here and get rid of an island for now. And then we can see what kind of cuts we need to make. Any creatures that aren't cutting it. I don't think we need 2 Trespassers. Automated Artificer probably isn't needed. Everything else is okay. May not need Iron Apprentice. We already have 19 artifacts for the Automaton and things like that. Don't think we need that. Probably don't need a second return to action. I doubt we need Thundersteel Colossus or even Brute Suit, to be honest. Do we even need the first return to action? We have enough. Also, I don't even think we need Mnemonic Sphere because we have the Dockside Chef Scrounger combo. We also have the Construct Network Terminal combo. So that's all right. We may not even need this one. And then we need one more cut here. How good is the Silencer? Is that even good? It's okay with Network Disruptor. Blade Blesser, how many enchantments do we have? 3? Probably just the Blade Blesser. And then we can run it back like this. Have this as top end as well. We have the Eater of Virtue. We have the Automaton as 2 ways to get creatures modified, and that's it. This is another modification. This is another modification. So there's a couple ways to get this cheaper. Then we have 14, 15, 16, 17 lands with 9 and 9 of blue and black with 4 ways to find a plane to splash Tameshi. Yeah, we have a lot of artifacts we can return. Even returning a Virus Beetle is pretty good with this. So yeah, seems like a decent little deck here. Don't know exactly how it's going to perform, but it's a little bit of a unique one here on the channel. We haven't had decks a lot like this so far, so I'm excited to play this one out, and hopefully we can turn this losing streak around. We were all the way up at 57% winning percentage here at some point, and then we started to have a little bit of a down spout. But let's turn that back around, maybe get another trophy here in this draft. Okay, pretty good hand here. Turn 1 Chef, turn 2 Beetle, turn 3 Thirst. Okay. Very likely to be discarding 2 lands with Thirst for Knowledge here. And no attacks. Two bottom. They do have a land. Okay, glad they didn't attack with that. Network Disruptor. Not bad, but we're just going to cast Thirst on their end step here. I think we can afford to get rid of 2 lands, even though that doesn't make this castable just yet. We can get rid of 2 lands. We could play Beetle plus Disruptor next turn. We could play Moonsnare Specialist next turn if we wanted. We have options, and we'll probably draw another land at some point. So we'll just get rid of these 2. Then we can play Beetle plus Disruptor and play Backwater. We could also just play Automaton plus Disruptor, which might be better. I think I like that a little bit better. Maybe we can get their last card next turn if they play something here. We can tap this down and get in with both of these. They're just going to tap something down here. I don't want to lose this to a combat trick, so I'm just going to attack here. All right. Sure. Use your whole turn to tap down my 1/1. We can also ninjutsu this in off of Disruptor this turn if they... Swear I have played against this way too many times. So we don't want to Virus Beetle them right now. Reason being because they'll have 0 cards in hand and next turn they'll draw 4. So that's not something we want to do. We can play Specialist and bounce something. We can just play Tameshi. Don't really want to bounce this at some point. So we might just want to try to play Tameshi and get that going a little bit. It blocks well on this board too. Oh no, they're going to cast something on upkeep. No, okay. That'd have been really nice if they would have cast something on upkeep, had 0 cards in hand, and then drawn 4, but they're just going to get that. Two top. Don't like to see that. Okay. And Kitsune Ace. So they can give that vehicle first strike. But I think we're just going to get Behold the Unspeakable going. Something else we can do is try to get the 4 cards off of this, which with this hand, it's very possible. So why don't we see if they're going to let us trade Disruptor here for Patrol. Okay, that's fine. Alright, go to damage. You can play the Specialist, bounce one of the aces. You can play the Beetle, make this a 3/3. Let's play the Beetle, make this a 3/3. We can even chump that and then draw a card off of it too. So let's make them discard a card here. Sunblade Samurai, alright. And we'll leave up Dockside Chef. Okay. Alright, so it gets first strike. And we'll draw the card. Terminal. And Sky Swimmer Koi. Terminal into Scrounger could be pretty good. It'd be great if we still had that Beetle to get their last card and kill this thing. Let's go Terminal into Scrounger. Make this into a 5/5. Now we have this activation up as well if we wanted it. To get the Beetle back, maybe? No attacks, though. Just want to hold this back to block the prototype. Alright, and the next turn we'll be able to draw 4 cards off of this. So, let's bounce their Koi. And then don't think we have good attacks still, so no attacks in the turn. Could hit us for 4, which I don't like, obviously. Okay. My turn. We won't be able to draw the card because we have a Koi now. I think we just need to do this before we die. We can activate this for x equals 1 to bring back Network Disruptor, but then we have another land in hand. We can cast it too, because we can bring back this land and then play it and then cast the Disruptor. So x equals 1. Do it for this. Return this land. And then we can tap. Doesn't really matter. Oh, it goes straight to the battlefield. It's alright. We drew a card though. So still, we do kind of have attacks this time. No. They have 1 total power on board. They could bounce this, so that's not really worth it. They could bounce this. Yeah, don't really have attacks here. So we should have returned Backwater. That was a bit of a mistake to gain that life. So here we'll go to 5. And is it worth chumping these just to not do that? Probably, then we can get the treasure as well. Okay, that had trample, so maybe we should just play a little tighter here. Okay, my turn. Don't need the land. And the crab. I mean, we just need flyers at this point. We have the koi and we have that coming. I guess the crab could be alright. Skyscraper does not have reach as much as I want it to. So we'll play koi. Plus terrarium, I suppose. We could just hold on to this, but we'll get the land. Yeah, let's play the terrarium. Get that land. Probably just need it to be... We do the plains at this point in case they kill our network terminal. Take action. Discard the island. Play this. We can put a counter here. I think I actually like that. Then they don't really have good attacks. Although we are dead if they kill the koi, so that is something to note. So hopefully they can't kill the koi. Now we have to chump. They have double Behold the Unspeakable in their deck. So that's been fun. Okay. They're just gonna all out swing maybe? Yeah, seems right. Okay, so we have to block here. What do we want to eat? This vehicle or this one? Probably the prototype here at this point. We're going to chump that one with the stupid beetle. We could bounce that, and we can bounce that, and then we're only taking 3. Okay. Sure, I'll draw. We are down to 13 cards, so we got to be careful with that. I think we're going to hold that land to make sure this thing is big enough. Can play Walking Skyscraper, because we do need to pressure them here at some point. We can return a Virus Beetle to make them discard a card with Tameshi. But we gotta make sure we also have enough blockers. What if we went white, white, blue, return Virus Beetle to the battlefield. Auto pay returning this land. Drawing more of them. I'm not sure we can really loot much more with Koi here. So we're going to decline to do that. We'll play this one back, and then I think we can just play our big guy here. I don't... Maybe we can do it one more time here. Just get rid of one of these lands. That'll be good. Get in for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attackers to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blockers, technically. And 2 of them are flying. If they have removal for either of these, we're just dead. Not exactly, though, because this will be a 2-2 again. So I think we can attack here. Okay. And we'll end the turn. They get to draw some cards. So we have to chump and trade. I might just want the 4/4 over the vision at this point. So I might do it this way. Because the vision might not be any more than that at any point here. We can't sacrifice this, otherwise we lose. Okay, so now... Yeah, that might do it. Let's see. 6, so we take 2 now. Okay. Alright. So we're going to have to tap that down for sure, using this channel ability here. Probably tap both of these down once this flips next turn. Ten cards. Yeah, I'll take action. Okay. Eater of Virtue. It's pretty good. We can give things trample if this dies. So that costs 2 mana. And then we can still hold that up. Yeah, alright, let's do that. Eight cards. No, I'm fine with what I have in hand here. Let's equip it here. We have 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4, so we have access to a few more mana. We can do this and then burn our treasures. We can kill that. This has hexproof, so we can make sure that happens. We still have 5 more mana, so we can still hold up this channel ability. Let's put it here. Kill their vision. Then go to combat. We can definitely hit here. Probably there too. Again, because we have a way to tap things down pre-combat. They're probably just going to chump this one, but that's okay. They could trade with it. Okay. They would have to trade one, this, and this for it, though. Can we stabilize from 1? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. Okay. So we'll take 12 this way. So we'll clear their board. Yeah. That works. And then we can re-equip this and still hold up Trespassers. So this will grant Trample to Automaton. Yeah, so this costs 4, so we'll have 3 treasures plus that after we use this. So let's give this Trample. And then in the turn, they'll gain a couple life. Okay. The modern age. All right. So we're gonna grind through 2 of these as well. Can we get to the end here? Hopefully they don't go red mana channel twin shot sniper. Kitsune Ace resolves. And network disruptor. Okay. What are you gonna tap down? Okay. So we'll just channel this, tapping that, and tapping this. And I think that should do it. Awesome. What a grind fest that was. Alright, pretty easy keep here. So we got Terrarium into Tameshi into 5 mana for this at some point. We'll have all 3 of our colors here. Ooh, that complicates things a little bit. I think we just want to lead on Automaton now. Grafted Growth, yeah, they're getting big. I think we'll go Tameshi, be mana efficient. black. Okay, so they have access to lots of mana here. Mukotai, Ambusher. So do we want to kill that? Is that worth it? Maybe? Could also just play a Koi. And just take 3 and kill it. And then next turn we could play the Behold, and then it won't be able to attack us anymore. Yeah, I'm fine doing it this way. We could just take 3. I know they get to gain 3, but them gaining life isn't going to be too big of a deal. Yeah, that is something. Probably kill our Koi, I would think, but you never know. Okay, Tameshi, that's fine. We could just trade here. But again, the Behold is going to do some work. I'll do this so I can keep that back to block. Imperial Oath, that's a good one. I think we're probably going to go Disruptor in Twisted Embrace next turn, killing the Ambusher. Crab and Companion. Don't think we need Companion. Crab seems fine though. Maybe Companion's good enough? I mean, it is an artifact for this. It gets 2 bodies onto the battlefield. It puts a flyer out there. Maybe that's alright. We'll keep them both, I guess. Play that land. We could go Terrarium and Twisted Embrace. Yeah, let's do that. Take action. We'll find that Plains just because we have all the other colors here. We'll take action here. I don't even think we need the Prowler, to be honest, is the problem. So we'll just do this. Killing that. And then get in over the top here. Next turn we can also put the counter on this thing, and then even if we ever for some reason go to 0 cards in hand, it won't die. Network Terminal, okay. They're doing some splish splashy stuff over there. They have an artifact. Where's their... oh, there's their enchantment. Who's hiding? Okay, so how much mana are we going to have? We could have 6 if we play this. We could go just do Searchlight Companion, hold up the Crab. That seems fine enough. So let's put the counter here. It's not what I said I would do, but it's okay. Can tap down that. We'll take action, draw, and discard. And I think I'd just rather hold up the Crab activation here. In case they have some big mythic dragon or something. Gloom Shrieker, that's a good one. We can counter the Twisted Embrace when it comes back down. I'm assuming that's what they'll be getting. Okay. Spirited Companion. So they're playing around the crab here. So they're just going to do it next turn. Interesting. Good for them. They did it correctly. Alright, so we might just need to play the crab here at this point now, because again, we're not gonna be able to get them on this, so they're gonna kill something, and that's just gonna be that. It might be this, might be the koi as well. So if we do this, play the crab, then we can loot, and then we can also play the chef. That was a mistake. Should have attacked first. We missed out on a point of damage here, so hopefully it doesn't come back to bite us. Oh, they have Wanderer's Intervention? Master's Rebuke here. Yeah, I guess so. So we missed out on that point of damage. And they're probably going to kill... They could kill the crab. They could also kill the vision. Who knows? So they will kill the vision. And we're there on a 13 turn clock. Maybe a 7 turn if we count companion here. So let's attack with Network Disruptor. Go to damage. Play this. And then because of Dockside Chef, I think I will play this land. We do have lots of ways to rummage in this deck though, so maybe I don't have to. There are lots of ways to loot. So I don't think I actually have to play the land. Hopefully they aren't playing the Kami War. They have lots of mana over there, and I think they have all 5 colors. And there's the stone wall. Now we have to find a way to get through. We're going to deck first, and we have to find a way to get through a couple reachers here. Yep. Trespasses is probably going to be better as the channel ability instead of just a random 3/5. So we'll pass the turn. They could pick up Spirited. They could pick up Gloomshrieker here, and then find one of these cards again. Yeah, it's a pretty good combo. Could also pick up Twisted Embrace. Could also pick up Spirited Companion. They got a lot of options here, that's for sure. Yeah, they'll pick up the Twisted Embrace. So let's keep the Reacher tapped down for a turn, and guess the Geothermal Kami. And go to my turn, draw the land. We're able to get in for 2 here. terminal. Okay. Getting rid of Sunblade Samurai. Alright. Yep. See what they want to kill. Make them pay 2 first, and then we'll sacrifice it. Another land. And Thirst for Knowledge. Let's do that first, see what we can find. Decline. We'll get rid of these 2 over here. I'll get rid of 2 swamps. Doesn't really matter. Let's get rid of their last card. Oh, man. Thank goodness we got rid of that. And I want to get rid of the Web Spinner Cup, but this can only destroy target creature. So we don't really want to bounce any of this to their hand. We can bounce with Moonsnare Prototype or Moonsnare Specialist, their Samurai. Which might be okay. We could sneak in a Silencer, but what are we killing that matters? Not a lot. So let's just get in with our 2 flyers again. And then go to blockers and then ninjutsu this in for this one. Just bounce a samurai here. And we'll keep the land. We are down to 12 cards, so we're going to have to find a way to get through this. We've already used Behold. We've used a couple of our flyers up. Koi, Behold, so Tameshi. Yeah, get rid of our big thing. Now we have 1/1s and not much else. So this turned quickly. Nice top deck for them, that's for sure. Jeez. Can we preserve some health here? So we take 8 if we do it this way. I'd like to draw the card off of one of these chump blocks. So I guess we're just going to do it this way. Nice top deck for them. Not so nice top deck for us. And we'll play this and then hold up 2 chef activations if we need to. Can't attack anymore because this thing has reach. Okay. Dump that land. Hopefully they drew another one. Kami. Okay. Circuit Mender. Yeah, I mean, they have good attacks here. this dies, they draw a card. So what if we were to get rid of this? I think we can just chump that one. Trade here, take 2. Yeah. Scavenger blocks okay on this board, but not great. And another land. Go ahead. I think they just managed to deal with all the cards in our deck that mattered here. You know, Automaton, Behold, Koi, Tameshi. Those are really the cards that are gonna win us games. And now we just have a bunch of 1/1s and 1/2s. I think we can actually do 16 lands in this deck as well, because we're going through our deck so much with all the cards that we have. Probably don't need that 17th land. What else are you going to get? Samurai, Ambusher. Anything's pretty good at this point. Yeah, so they're at 15. We have 9 cards. I don't think we can really come back from this one here. I know this isn't a recipe for winning, but these cards aren't doing anything right now, so I don't know what else to do. Another land. Another land. And a random 2/1. Alright, let's go to the next one. I'm going to go ahead and go down to 16 lands here. Okay, so we'll keep this. So I did something a little unique here. Because we were churning through our deck so much, and I feel like a lot of the games we're going to lose would be to decking, I've actually added a bunch of cards to this deck. I think there's 54 in the deck total, which is a lot more than 40, obviously. But we have a few lower... the ratio of lands to spells is a bit lower than 17, so we're kind of underneath the 17 land to spell ratio. And the reason I did that is because we're going through so many cards with everything that we've got, and if we can make it to that late game, get that Behold going, get some flyers, all that kind of stuff, I want to try this on for size. So let's go ahead and get our creature down here. Next turn we can play Eater and equip it. We can also just play Beetle. And this would be a race we win if we equip that. I don't remember adding that in. It's a little awkward. Don't really want enormous energy blade in the deck. So we'll get in with Network Disruptor here. Playing red-whites. They probably have a way to remove this. Yeah, so they're leaving that activation up. Let's try to get in. Now they don't have instant speed way to kill this, so we can put Energy Blade on it now, and then if they don't kill this, they're just dead. Oh, maybe we have to play it first. Might have been a better idea to do that. Steel Breaker, okay. We can go Beetle and then equip this post-combat. Yeah, I mean, we're on playing Network Disruptor here. If they can't kill this, they're going to lose. mean, there's a lot of ways they can kill it, obviously. Why don't we just do this? Preserve some life here. Go Shintai, that's not gonna do it. So we can do Automaton and Iron Apprentice, or we can just play a 3/5. I think I'm willing to do Automaton and Iron Apprentice here. Alright, now they got one turn to find an answer to that. Okay. Let's go here. We'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we could even just eat this one. So we'll do that. Put the counter here. And Network Disruptor for the win. Alright, decent little curve here. I think we can keep this. Alright, so they're going to use their Voltage Surge probably, so they don't get any value. Or they're just going to save it, I guess. Nope, so they're gonna... Let's just make them kill... They're probably gonna use it to kill the Silencer, but at the end of the day, they're gonna kill something. So... let's attack here. Go to damage. And I don't think we care about saving this, like holding that up to save it. So... we don't want them to kill Construct, that's for sure. So, can we just play Silencer? Yeah, we'll just play Silencer. I guess they'll kill that, but... I mean, they have it in hand, and even if we just didn't let them use their mana and use it on Iron Apprentice or something, then... this card didn't really matter too much. Trading it for that is totally fine. Bronze Plate Boar, okay. What we can do is we can attack, and if they block, we return to action. If they don't, we Moonsnare Specialist here. We'll do that. Okay. And then go to damage. And end the turn. So we just traded return to action for their Bronze Plate Boar, which I'm totally fine doing. Peerless Samurai, yeah. Play Backwater here, and probably just Construct, I think. Over Mnemonic Sphere. Let's just play the Construct. And then end the turn. Might have to take 2, but hopefully they don't get to ramp something out. It's too big. Yuck. That's disturbing. Yeah, that resolves. Can't really block it, so go to my turn. Sky Swimmer Koi. Can also just tap down both their creatures at beginning of combat using the Trespassers here. We can play a Specialist and like bounce that, but that's not really that good either. Why don't we just play the Koi, get that onto the battlefield, and then we might have to take another 4 damage, but we have a couple. So that, yeah, they got a decent little modified package going on here. Okay. Play this land. We could ninjutsu this in and play the sphere, but then we have to return the Koi. We don't really want to do that. So we might just want to tap a couple of things down. So let's attack here. In the turn, and then probably tap down these 2, I think? Definitely Raiju. And probably the Renegade so that we can bounce the Samurai. Ooh, here's a combo. We can discard Mnemonic Sphere and still be able to play it. Jeez. Why do I always play the decks that Mnemonic Wave gets destroyed by? Okay, pass to attackers. Yep. Can't block it. My turn. Don't like to see that. So we can attack with both and then ninjutsu this, play this, and then loot. One, two, three. Turn that to their hand next to damage. Play the sphere. And then loot. And then we could play this and this, but then we miss out on a loot here. So I don't think we want to do that. Sure. Let's play Apprentice first. Get that loot on. Automated Artificer. I mean, it's a creature. Play the Prowler. Can give the Specialist Death Touch and Lifelink. That way it can trade with the Samurai, which I think I'm okay with. Yeah, we'll loot, get rid of this, and go to combat, get in with both of these here. And then we can draw 2 cards at the end of their turn. Okay, so we'll trade, gain a couple life here, and be on Sky Swimmer Koi or bust. Well, looks like it'll be bust. Okay. I think we can just trade here. Put the counter on the koi and then that can start attacking again. And then we'll draw 2 cards. We'll draw 2 lands. Play Automaton. Yes, please. No, thank you. We'll play this. Hit him for 4 here. This does have Death Touch. We do have like a crab in the deck, so we'll just play this. We still have 1 to loot if we draw another artifact. Goro. Ay, ay, ay. Channel that. Okay, so they can create a dragon next turn. Which I do not like. Dockside Chef can protect against a removal spell. Let's get in with these 2. Okay. Yeah, they can't. They have to take that there because they have to get that dragon. But they're going to 1, so we have 4 lethal attackers here. So they attack with this, make a dragon, then we can still win though. Okay. Still dead. What am I missing? Sure, we'll take 8. Alright, cool. Okay, so this hand is obviously a bit awkward, but we have 2 drop and to counter something and to kill something. So we do have things we can do. So we'll just play this as a 2-drop. They have something that can target it. Might be lethal exploit, might be a combat trick for their own creature, but they have a way to kill it if they want. Potentially. So it is the lethal exploit. So we traded 2 for 2. 2-drop for 2-drop there. Azusa's Many Journeys. They're going to ramp here. Don't like to see that. And we will, in a way, ramp here. I'm just going to hold up the crab rather than... Well, we can play Blade Blesser. Next turn if they play something big, we can twist it and brace. So that's the reason I'm going to play this here. Nothing. Alright. Okay. You gonna let me go to combat? Nope. Alright, hit him for 3. Or at least attempt to. And then we'll pass, holding up crab. Okay, resolves. You get a 3/3. Yeah, you have a 1/2. I would like to be moving maybe a little bit faster, but I am not in control of that. Alright, my turn. Dismal Backwater, yet another land. So we'll do this. We'll play Trespassers, and then it blocks well enough on this board for the likeness, and it also gives this Death Touch. So we can open up an attack here. Cool, so they're going to spend 6 mana to trade with our Blade Blesser, it looks like. Fine with that. I mean, we're going to block. If they have a combat trick, they have a combat trick, but we're going to block here. There it is. Yeah, we can go Automaton and kill this with Twisted Embrace. So we'll do that. Don't like to see a 5/5 hit the battlefield here. Let's start with Thirst for Knowledge. Could discard the Construct, play the land, and bounce the Shadow Walker with the Specialist. But that's probably not a good late game thing. We might just need to get rid of the land and the Specialist so that we can play the crab and it blocks well enough. So we get rid of these two, play Backwater, play Construct. Next turn we can play crab. And this will keep growing as well. Yeah, because this just delays this, you know, if we were to keep that. And Construct can really help us get to the late game here. So if we draw that network terminal. So we have to take 5 here, but it's okay, because we have a crab coming, assuming they don't have a stupid virus beetle. Okay, no blocks. Chain Flail Centipede. That'll be pretty good. I mean, that'll trade. We'll have to trade the crab for this now. We could also trade Construct for that, but for the same reason we don't want to do that. So we'll play crab, make this bigger, get in with both of these, and then we have a block here, hopefully. Oh, don't tell me you drew a removal spell for it. That's lovely. Okay, so they get to kill Mirror Shell Crab now. Right off the top of their deck. So at this point, I think we are going to have to kill Shadow Walker by bringing in, by silencing. Maybe we can discard the Scrounger here. Yeah, I think we can just discard the Scrounger. So we'll hit them here. Ninjutsu returning this. Take action, discarding Scrounger. Killing Shadow Walker, playing Construct. And they can't attack us, especially if they drew a land, they definitely can't attack us, so they're dead on the backswing. So that's not a land, but okay. That is a land. So we can hit them for 5. Okay, they go to 3. Come on, we just need to fade a draw step. You've drawn like Centipede into... Okay, good. We did. Faded the one draw step that mattered, and we got that W. Okay, so we have a way to get out of this with Mnemonic Sphere, so we'll keep it. It's a very slow hand. So we just gotta hope we're not going up against an aggro deck here. And that's a pretty good start to an aggro deck. Alright, so we got the swamp. We can play the sphere. Yeah, that's a curve. It's happening. Another land. So if we play this, then we can draw 2 cards on their end step. Prodigy's Prototype. Yeah, these things are happening. Good to see Behold, but... they're going to get a pilot at the very least here. We could tap these down, but they can still crew, so we just have to play our Blade Blesser. And then next turn, probably play Behold the Unspeakable. Preserve our life a little bit. Next turn, maybe Twisted Embrace, maybe a Cyber Trespassers. We'll have some options after that, so... I think I'd even be fine trading this for a Kitsune Ace if they want to... Yeah, they're not going to let me, so they're just going to attack for 4. And I can't block it. Artificer. Alright. What's the crew on this? 2? Yeah. Okay, so I gotta get that Behold down. So they can't even crew it. If they play a creature, they can crew it, and we won't block it. So we can get in with the Blade Blesser, at least for now. Next turn, we'll have 6 mana. If we top deck a swamp, or if we put a swamp on top, we can do Twisted Embrace plus Virus Beetle. Yeah, so there's their crew. And if they leave themselves with just 1 card in hand, I might be willing to do that. Put a swamp on top so we can do that double spell here. But like, what are we even Twisted Embracing? Like a Kitsune Ace? That's not great. There's the swamp, so we don't even need to put lands on top anymore. So that'll go there, and we'll draw the Koi. We can play Koi and Virus Beetle here. It's still not going to have good blocks on the prototype, but we will be able to loot. And then next turn this will come down as like a 6/6 or something. Okay. Darn, it was a land. So they probably have one non-land left, I would think. Take action, discard our land. And hopefully we can stabilize. We might have to chump the prototype with the beetle here, just to preserve some life until Behold the Unspeakable comes down. Tameshi. That might need to die, although that can return artifacts or enchantments. So that could become a problem. Moth Rider Patrol might be even a bigger problem though, is the more concerning thing. So that's got Ward 2 now. They're trying to protect it. Okay, so I think we're going to chump the prototype with the beetle here. There's our white. I think we need to at least play the white. Now we have 7 mana, so we can't do Moonsnare and Embrace. We can do one of the two and then hold up Return to action. Right now this isn't even doing anything. I know it could become a problem at some point. What we can do is we can bounce the Moth Rider Patrol and then attack for 3. Have a good block on this. And hold up Return to action as well. I think I'm okay doing that. Okay, so we'll go to combat, we'll hit them with the Koi. Okay, they'll replay the Moth Rider Patrol, makes sense. Era of Enlightenment, alright. We can use Trespassers to keep these tapped down and keep hitting them in the face here. Which might be good enough. Right, they put something on top, so it's probably just any non-land. They're trying to push forward that the last 9 points of damage here. We can hit them for 8 next turn, assuming they don't block with the patrol, which I doubt they will. certainly thinking hard here. I don't think you can do that. I mean, you can, but like... It doesn't have a good attack. Oh, they want to get it back with Tameshi, maybe? Doesn't really do anything, though. I mean, sure, you can get it back. They'll draw a card, I guess. So return a land, they'll draw that card. Maybe that's what they're trying to do here. But we can't not block this. Okay. So they're just trying to draw whatever that was. Maybe it's super game warping. I don't even know. Alright, so we're going to attack for 8 first. Any chance we can have lethal? So if we do this, we'll be up. Draw 3, so we'll be down to 4, then we'll be up to 7, we'll be down to 6. So this will go up to 1, 6, 9, 10, so no, we don't have lethal here. So we'll just go to damage. Oh, come on, why is there always maintenance just randomly in the middle of the day? Okay, then we can end the turn, and then if they go to crew this, we can tap down the patrol and that. Sure. And we'll still have return to action up, but if they go to kill this and we return to action it, it'll come back as the Saga. Which is not bad, but it wouldn't be lethal. Okay. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and keep these 2 tapped down. I think that should be lethal. Yeah, they're all out of mana. They don't have any reachers or anything. This is going to go up to 5. That'll be at 3. That's 8. So... Cool. Okay, so we're on the play here with a pretty good hand, to be honest. We could play Disruptor on 1, Patchwork Automaton on 2, Terrarium on 3, find a land. So we could also wait to play Disruptor to get the extra counter here, and that might just be worth it. Because we can go Automaton and then the following turn Terrarium and then play Disruptor. So I'm just going to wait. Alright, don't like to see Reckoner raid. Okay. So let's go with Terrarium. take action. Get that plains, I think. And then we could just play Disruptor. Clearly they have some sort of removal, but this has Ward 2, so they can't kill it no matter what, but they could kill the Disruptor. But I don't know if I care too much about that. It was Voltage Surge, so it wasn't Kami's Flare. They might still have Kami's Flare, though, so that wouldn't be good. Because we want to get this out of range, if at all possible. Okay, so they're passing, which makes me think it is Kami's Flare. I don't like that. So we could just do Mnemonic Sphere, draw 2 cards, try to get this counter here, but if it's Kami's Flare, then this is just going to die anyway. And then we can maybe play this next turn as just a 3/5 blocker. Let's try to get that counter. Okay, so we got out of Kami's Flare range, so that's good. We could still be in Voltage Surge range if they want a 2-for-1 themselves. So we could just do Terrarium, put it on here. But then we're like all in on this. I'm okay if they want to Voltage Surge this in addition to blocking. We'll be up a lot of cards in that situation. Okay, go ahead. Rabbit Battery is a good one. Okay, pass to damage. And draw 2 cards. Behold and Dockside Chef. I have a feeling they have something to kill this. So we could put a counter on this and play Scrounger. We could just play Behold, and I think I just want to get Behold going here. Yeah, okay. All right, 6-1. Can we get the trophy? 2 chances at it. Let's go. Okay, pretty good hand here. We have Automaton into Prowler into hopefully one of these. So we can keep that. We could put this on white. To start, or we could just wait on it. We'll just start with Backwater here. Play Patchwork Automaton on 2. This card has been the MVP of this draft, that is for sure. Yeah, we'll just start with this. Virus Beetle. Probably just going to get rid of this thing. Doesn't do too much in our deck here. Don't think we need that, so we can put this on white. Cast the Prowler here. Give it to that and get on in. Unfortunately, the Virus Beetle blocks the Prowler very well, but what you going to do about that? The Modern Age. Okay, that's some value going on. We are just going to play Sky Swimmer Koi here. And then if they play any creature, we can remove it next turn. Probably putting it on the Prowler. So put this on the Prowler, kill the creature, and then have an attack for like 9. Hopefully they don't have their own Twisted Embrace. Okay, at least we had protection. Is it still worth just doing that? Maybe? No, we don't need to get rid of either of these virus beetles. That's just not worth it. So let's play Network Disruptor. Get the counter here. Tap down one of these beetles. Don't think we want to draw and discard. And then we'll get in like that. We can use the Twisted Embrace next turn to kill the back of the Modern Age here if they don't play anything better. That is better. So we're gonna have to kill that. And they can't reanimate anything, and we just have to discard a return to action. Yeah, that seems like a pretty good deal to me. Gonna have to put it on probably the automaton here. They could block. They could triple block this, and we'd have to trade it for this and this, but we'd have all this left over. So let's kill Junji. If they want to make us discard these, that's okay. So we will get in like this. Yeah, so they'll triple block. Oh, they'll just chump it. All right, all right. Okay, we're out of gas. Let's hope they don't have any more. Yeah, there's Behold the Unspeakable. Kind of saw that one coming. Feel like every time we play against blue, we find our way to play against that. We can leave this open. Oh, we have to tap this for blue. Okay. We can discard Terrarium here. Then play Swamp, play Eater, and then equip Eater onto the Sky Swimmer Koi, and then it'll give Flying from here on out. It also gives +2/+0, so we have good attacks now. Can we close out the game before they get this token is the question. I don't know. It'll be close. They can't really take it both, because then we have 4 lethal threats next turn. Does this give ward? First strike double, no. Protection. I don't think ward counts as protection. Okay. Can they find an answer? They need multiple answers here. Two top. Okay, they certainly found something. So they have a ninjutsu creature, maybe. If they're trying to get in with that. Can we get over the hump here? 1 is not 0, but in this case, it is. Awesome. 7-1. You know, I'm going to show you a pic of I'm going to go to the deck here at the end for what I changed it for. I told you I changed it, but I didn't actually tell you what I changed it to. This is very uncommon. You're going to want to do this in draft, but I changed this deck to have 54 cards in it because we were just cycling through our deck so often with all these cards. We were playing this once or twice. We were doing the whole Dockside Chef, Undercity Scrounger thing. We had Network Terminal plus Containment Construct. We had just so many ways to get through our deck with Mnemonic Sphere, all this kind of stuff. Sky Swimmer Koi was looting all the time. And the first couple of games, I noticed that we were getting really, really low on life. and or really, really low on cards in deck, and then I was able to not do that anymore. By adding more cards in the deck, I was never really worried about decking myself. And then from the time that we made that change, we just rattled off 6 straight wins, got all the way to 7-1. So sometimes it's worth it. Not all the times. Don't overuse that strategy, but just know when your deck really wants to do that. In this format, it's a lot of blue-black. That's really going to be the one, mainly blue, but paired with black, you'll see this kind of deck do its thing. But 7-1, certainly a good finish. And don't forget to stick around to the end of the video to toggle through our Neon Dynasty trophy playlist, or to find our last video in case you missed it. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you tomorrow for your daily draft.